Good morning, everybody. It's 9:15. This is KHEA Radio. I'm excited. We have an awesome show lined up today. Right now, it's 9:15 a.m. on a Thursday morning, and we're going to be talking Little Bella Mia. We're going to be talking Cocoa Crepes. My first guest, he is the owner of both at Pinnacle Park and League City, Texas. If you have not had the opportunity to go yet, I recommend that you do that. You know, myself and my family, we go there as often as possible. There's a funny story with a car dealership that maybe I'll get into later, maybe not. But if you haven't been yet, there's pizza, there's pasta, there's all kinds of delicious options. And then connected, but next door, is Cocoa Crepes. So I had never had a crepe before. My only experience of crepes was from the movie Talladega Nights, whenever they're talking about crepes instead of pancakes. Like, oh, little thin pancakes. But, man, it's delicious. They are very delicious. They're like a dessert, but they can also be like a meal. It can be a little bit of everything. So if you are a food-loving person, if you've ever eaten in your entire life, this show is for you. Share this stream out. Let me know what you like from Little Bella Mia. Let me know what you like from Cocoa Crepes. We're going to be talking about that here in a bit. And then during that 10 o'clock hour, we're going to have Jennifer Lopez Fuller in studio from Bay Area Houston Food Lovers. I'm a member of that group. There's like 17,000 people that are a member of that group. I felt like I was special whenever I was one of the first, like 12,000. But now every month, there's an extra 1,000 people that are in there. There's these really cool discount cards that she has. It's about the size of a credit card. It's the Bay Area Houston Food Lovers card. They are a way that you can save. And local restaurants, they're a way that you can save and get discounts and try new places. You can try all these new places. I mean, you can even go today, but there are, I'm going to say like 30 restaurants at least, and there's new ones getting added every month. So if you haven't checked out Bay Area Houston Food Lovers yet, make sure that you go and do that today. Just search Bay Area Houston Food Lovers. So stay tuned. We're going to be hanging out and talking about Little Bella Mia, and Jennifer Fuller will be in as well. A couple things I want to touch on before we get into this is that you need to download the KHEA Radio app. If you haven't done that yet, make sure that you do that. Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody that's tuning in. I see y'all hanging out. Howdy. Howdy, howdy, howdy. So it's going to be an awesome show. It's Thursday. What do you got going on this week? What do you got going on into this weekend? I want to hear from you and learn about everything that you got going on. So we're going to get our first guest here in studio, and we're going to get chatting. I'm going to get his camera set up, and then we're going to go on the FM. So it's going to be a good time. Hey, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing awesome. Here, I'm going to switch your camera on so everybody can see your face.
Woohoo. Yeah, nothing pretty, but yeah.
So what have you been up to? It's been a bit. It's been a while. How have things been going?
Things going great. It's been a while because I don't know if you know my career that, definitely we do Little Bella Mia and Cocoa Crepes, but I also do a little part of my engineering work. So I'm dabbling between two, juggling between two, I would say rather. So, but this is my passion, again, Cocoa Crepes, Little Bella Mia, working with you all, and our small community, our common friends. That's our passion. So, hopefully, I'll get more. I'll get to spend more time.
It can't be easy to juggle, all of that. Obviously, working, full time, having two businesses and doing everything. You must have a lot of help.
Yeah, absolutely. My wife, Shalini. You met my wife, Shalini.
Yes,
and she's amazing. She's a great help. She virtually runs the business. So I'm like just a talking person there, but behind the scenes, she's the one who operates that. And I'm blessed to have such a phenomenal, support. And she does not come from a restaurant industry. She's a chemist. I'm a chemical engineer, but she came and she loved cooking and she fit right in there. And she's the right person. She enjoys that.
Did y'all have a good summer? Was everything pretty good?
Yeah, actually, the summer came out really. We had a little hiccup with this construction. 646 shut down, but as soon as that opened up, we had a very good summer. At Coco's, we were getting a lot of exciting visitors. I used to enjoy people driving from other cities, Austin and Dallas or San Antonio, driving toward Galveston and stopping by for crepes and getting excitement. Like, hey, this is something. They always make a comment like, hey, you should bring this to Dallas. You should bring this to San Antonio.
What is your response to that?
My response is, this is my friend. He's the founder of this, and I always say, that's his next move. He's going to a next city. So I don't know which city, but that's his goal.
Yeah. Do you still have to explain crepes to people? Is there still like every day where it's just like, what's a crepe?
Absolutely. Like it's getting a lot of awareness, but still explaining crepes. The easiest way a customer explained me is like, hey, it's a thin waffle tortilla. So it's not waffle pancake. It's a thin pancake tortilla. So it's a pancake, thinnest pancake like tortilla. It's spread and thin, and then you can fill with any kind of goodies you want. From sweet and savories. And we had particular one this summer, which was instant hit, because I think League City and our side can relate to that. It was the one with the chicken, jalapenos, avocado, and a chipotle sauce on top.
Ooh, that sounds
We
good.
experimented for a month, but we kept it on the menu. It's its top seller right now. It's simple chicken, avocado, jalapeno, and chipotle sauce. Go one side that's savory, and the other side is a tres leches, a sweet one. So between those two, they have been a good combination.
What do you normally get? Because it wasn't too long after we met that I found out that you're a vegetarian.
I am a vegetarian. So I'm pretty much I eat more of a little bit of mia. And my go-to thing is a gnocchi pasta. We have this pasta which is vegetarian. It's a gluten-free. It's a potato-based. Have you tried that? It's a small potato dumpling kind of pasta. It's called gnocchi.
Oh, I've tried it. It's awesome.
And with a little bit of jalapeno sauce and a little bit of Alfredo, blend it together with some wild mushrooms, roasted tomatoes. You just can't go wrong with that. You eat that pasta, you don't feel bloated. You walk away with that satisfaction of the flavors.
Yeah. Whenever I eat it, I feel like I can't stop because it's so good. It tastes, to me, I guess, is it like a potato?
It's a potato. It's a potato-based, so that's why it's gluten-free, yes.
Yeah, but with the pasta, gluten-free, I don't know, it just kind of has that dough, in the way it's cooked. It's just so good, and it kind of has the right texture.
Absolutely. For me, it's like swallowing a little, like a sweet, like easy, something dumplings, lightweight, and with the full flavors.
So if somebody has not had the opportunity to check out the restaurants yet, where are they located? How can they find you?
Well, it's very easy to locate. It's right on I-45, so on a feeder road. If you're coming from south, say Texas City, or you're coming from Lamarck, you're going up north way, we are on exit 20. So you take exit 20, go take a left other side behind HEB's. There's a whole new center, the new development, Pinnacle Park. Our anchors are Cabela's. Cabela is a very popular store right there. There's a Big League Dream in the back, and there's a bunch of new restaurants from. We just had a new opening, a Big Bear Diner next door.
Yeah, I've seen some people post some pictures, and it looked like they were posting a bunch of breakfast options. So I was asking around because I haven't gone yet, and they said it's more than just breakfast.
It's a full day. It's a diner. It's a full. It's American food. That's the way. Again, being vegetarian, I have limitations. Most of that is a meat. They do have some vegetarian, but anybody who has visited them, and I try to ask them, like, how do you explain it? They say it's a kind of homely food, American food, where you get different things.
Yeah. So you said like the anchor, like the big flagship of the area, Pinnacle Park, is Cabela's.
It's Cabela's.
Have y'all been playing around with my idea about little Cabela Mias where y'all open y'all's own, or at least have another Bella Mia inside of Cabela's?
Hey, we have. That's a great idea. You always told me, but I don't think Cabela's would like it but one thing is, every day, half the Cabela's of eating lunch, they are at Little Bella Mia.
They're there anyways.
They're there anyways. We see them all, and they walk down from Cabela's to Little Bella Mia because they get the little walk.
Yeah.
And after that pizza, they want to get another little walk.
They probably wouldn't get any work done. That's what the issue is. Hey, we're going to go on the FM right now and introduce you to our audience. Here we go.
935-8773.
Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Right now it is 9:24 on a Thursday morning. I'm excited because I got a special guest here in studio. It's been a bit, and I'm excited that you're here hanging out. How you do? Can you introduce yourself and let everybody know what you do in the community?
Absolutely. Hi, my name is Manish Maheshwari, and we have a couple of small restaurants here, a casual restaurant in middle of League City, a Little Bellamia, and Coco Crepes. So the way I explain those restaurants is a little Italian kitchen, casual, little French, and between those two restaurants, it's a family. It's for kids. It's for moms, dads. It's for grandparents. We see multiple generation walking. On the one side, you have a pizzas, homemade pastas, create your own paninos and pastas, beer, wine. Other side, you have crepes, waffles, paninis, coffees, smoothies, gelatos, and macaroons lately. That macaroons have been really popular. Our bakers been making cannot make enough of those macarons. Little cookies, French cookies.
Mm.
So we have a lots of good varieties for our family. Basically, a family walks in. You know, I my always thing I used to tell, like I used to travel Europe for work a lot. For my engineering world. And one thing I noticed in Europe is people enjoy their dinner or lunch. They spend a couple of hours. It's not rushing in and out. You start your lunch or dinner, and then you have a little coffees, your little espressos, you have little gelatos, and it's a 2 to 3 hours affair. And that's what we are trying to create, that kind of stuff, like where people walk in, they're not rushed out. They can be hanging around with their kids and family for 3 to 3 hours. Hey, I finished my pizza, let's go and have a little gelato. Oh, let's have a little coffee, or let's have, we have, you see, the wide variety of coffees.
Hmm.
Anything. We are rated one of the best coffee in Houston, the Cocos Coffee. So that's the goal what we are doing there.
Yeah.
And I enjoy coming here because you both are my favorite people here. So, and you guys have given us so much love and affection. We are new to this community, but you all, me and my wife, felt so welcomed by you all. Including this church, your pastor here, and everybody welcome us with open hearted, open arms, open heart, and that's what I enjoy in this, being in this part of the town. Everybody makes you feel like you are part of a family. You're part of this town. You're no stranger.
Yeah. Here's a comment that I wanted to read. This is from Amanda. She said, Little Bellamia is where our family does dinner almost every Sunday night. Awesome food and atmosphere. Whenever you hear something like that, I mean, how does that make you feel? Because is that the goal of Little Bellamia, just like family and having a meal?
Absolutely. You know what, the way I was explaining, that's exactly, we love watching families, and I see 3 to 4 generations sitting together. There's no rush. Little kids are licking the fresh gelato or sorbets, and then, hey, dad's having a little beer, mom's having a little wine. After the more, like, hey, let's go bring a crepe. We bring that nice little birthday crepes if there's somebody's having a birthday or a crepe. And I don't know, you've seen the sweet crepes. It brings like a big joy on the face of the family. A crepe,
Yeah.
like a s'mores or creme brulee, or that just brings a big smile, and I enjoy that,
And then
watching
if,
them.
like my daughter and my kids, there's the gelato as well. You walk from, we're sitting in Little Bellamia, you can just like walk over and my daughter. And then if you're there, you're like, hey, Uncle Manish is here and he's bringing,
Gelato
whatever you
guy. He's the
want.
gelato guy. So when I see kids, I usually I love to bring a scoop of gelato to them while they are finishing their meal,
Yeah.
and sometimes I bribe the kids, like, you finish your meal, you'll be getting a gelato. So those kids are, you know, even if they're not mood for, but they I see them finishing their pizzas or pastas.
Yeah.
They know that they'll be getting a gelato in the end.
All right. Hey, so I noticed in the summer, I think you had your family come and visit, your parents.
My mom and dad. So my dad is 80, and my mom is 72, and they were visiting from India, and I had the best time of my life. They were visiting, and my dad has been my mentor, my guide over the years. You'll be surprised. He has been working. His story is tough. He started as a simple man, a simple kid, lived in refugee camps and all this, going through a struggle, and then while going through this struggle, he started his business in India, a retail business, a little manufacturing. But he was able to make sure his kids, like me and my brothers, get a good education, and he was able to send us to America, send me to America to finish my engineering and all. So he has done all kind of sacrifices in his life. He started working when he was 10-year-old. He's 80. He still works every day, 9 to 10 hours in his business.
Wow.
So, and all the vacation he gets is when he comes and visit me. Otherwise, and that's why it's like one of the best time in my life. My mother is the same. She cooks amazing. She I put 20 pounds in that summer because she loves to cook, and I miss my mom's food.
You love to eat.
Yeah, I love to eat. I love to eat.
Who doesn't love to eat? There
So-
was a post that you made, and it was you and your dad, and that was the time, Face App. If you haven't heard of Face App, it's an app where
Yes.
it can make you look old, make you look young, change your hair color, give you a beard, all kinds of stuff. It was really interesting. And you said, "Hey, I don't need to use the Face App, right?"
Absolutely, because I know how I'm gonna look, and I have his look. We both are bald and round face, so we have some similarities, and I hope I look as good.
He
as
looks
him,
good. He's 80 years old. I didn't think he was 80 years old.
And he has some healthy eating habits. So, but I hope I can. My grandpa lived till 100.
Really?
Yeah, and these are people who never used to take any medicine. I mean, again, a very natural life. Living in India, very basic, healthy food, working every day. There's nothing called retirement, and he till 99 he was doing his work, and so I hope I can stay healthy like him.
Yeah. Is your father? He's a vegetarian as well. Is that one of the
Absolutely.
secrets?
He's a vegetarian, and it runs in my family. I would say probably from last 8 to 10 generation, we have been vegetarian, and so our body does not accept meat. Like if I try, I by mistake, sometimes I had a piece and I can get sick very easily.
Yeah.
My body, even like sometimes a broth, my body does not accept that. So it's our body's programmed for
Yeah.
vegetarians now.
I think that's something that people don't sometimes want to accept, like cheese. A lot of people love cheese, but maybe it's not for everybody, or dairy or meat. Hey, every time I have red meat, something acts up, but it's like, I'm going to power through. But you got to listen to your body.
Absolutely. You can't challenge your body. I mean, it's gonna hurt long term.
Yeah.
So if you're gluten free, you have to be very diligent about gluten free. Eating habits are very important. Even though we own the restaurants, but giving a high quality food is very important to us. We accept that lots of people are going through keto diets. We offer, a platter. You see a keto ball where you put a bunch of ingredients and put in a pizza oven. It looks like a pizza, but it does not have any crust. You get all the flavors out of that, but still you can sustain your diet.
Mm-hmm.
So we do a lots of those. We are seeing people who want to go through a healthy diet system, and we appreciate that. And we at Little Bellamia, we make everything fresh right in front of them. So there's no hidden, no cheat. This is what you get, and if they want keto diet, we'll give them a keto food.
Yeah, so pretty much everything that y'all create there is custom right there in front of you.
Absolutely.
So if you have those special requests or needs or desire, hey, I want to try this, or I have to for health reasons, y'all can accommodate because everything is made right there in front of you. You get to pick anyways.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We do get lots of gluten-free requests, and people ask, "Hey, what do you have in on the restaurant gluten-free?" And then I have to give them a whole tour. It's like any crepes you eat there at Coco can be made a gluten-free, because we make a whole different batter for that. We can make a vegan batter for that. So any crepes at Coco Crepes can be a gluten-free. Any waffle you eat at Coco Crepes can be a gluten-free waffle. Any pizza you eat can be gluten-free. Even the pastas can be gluten-free. So even the macaroons, the cookies are gluten-free. So there's lots of gluten-free options at between Little Bellamy and Coco Crepes.
All right. So you have a son. I think I have a son too that is about the same age as yours.
7-year-old.
Yeah. So my son, he'll be 7 in November.
Okay.
So he just started back at school. I'm guessing.
Absolutely. He's in second grade now,
Yeah.
and he enjoys going to school. It's a different. I'm seeing him growing from kindergarten to of grade 1 and grade 2, and it's good and sad that he's been growing up, and you miss that little 5-year-old. Now I miss that little 6-year-old. In the kindergarten, he's wobbling around, not following the lines, and getting pulled back in the line. And now, in first grade, he was more sincere, but then he had a problem of he loved to talk like me. every day I get a call from a teacher. It's like, you're not a teacher, but a note that,
Yeah.
and now he's being more sincere. I don't get those notes. I'm missing those notes from the teachers. Like it's 11 day. I haven't got a note from a teacher. What's going on? I told her, you're changing. That's not good.
Yeah, I wonder if it's the teacher. Maybe they don't want. Maybe they like the crepes, or they get the gelato for free or something. And they're like,
no, I did meet the teacher, and teacher appreciated that hey, your son has lots of energy. He loves to entertain, and I say he's a class clown probably. Though I was saying I was so. No, he enjoys school. He looks forward to go to school every day.
That's awesome. I enjoyed those videos. You were posting like it was almost like a summer series. Like, hey, mom's gone, just dad and son. Let's see what we can get into. Like all kinds of amazing. It looks like it would be fun. I was like,
you do the same, I believe, with your kids, or no? You do the same with your daughter and.
So my son and my daughter. Man, I love. So my wife. Like, my daughter's not old enough to go to school, so they're at home right now, and they're probably...
River, right. Her name is River.
River, yeah.
She's super cute girl.
Thank you.
If you haven't seen the picture on your face, I mean, like, people on the... She's cute. She's very cute.
She loves the gelato.
She likes, and I like the faces she makes. She's a cute girl.
Yeah, the personality between my kids, they're pretty different, but they love to play, and they get along great. But one thing that they come together on is they can both they love like carbs, like pizza, pasta. Absolutely. My son likes salad, my daughter doesn't. And then whenever it comes to the gelato, it's game over for everything that you got going on. But yeah.
And absolutely, my son, the videos we make, because he's an entertainer. He likes to entertain, and we try to push a little limit, like what fun we can do. I want to spend more time with him. When he was a big, like 1 year, 2 year, 3 year old, I had to spend a lot of time traveling for my work.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe I'm missing that time. And so maybe I'm making it up with spending more time with him and doing little fun stuff.
Yeah, it's important, to spend
Absolutely.
that, because sometimes people don't like the word busy. Because I've said that, like, hey, you're pretty busy. People are like, I'm not busy, like, oh, I like that negative content. But I was like, I think being busy is good. It's better than being idle, than not doing anything. But, whenever you're busy, you have to be, I guess, on purpose, find that time to create those moments with your kids and your family and your wife still, not just be like, hey, I'm working engineering, I'm working the businesses, right?
Absolutely. Spending a time with a family is so important. And I tell you, it has a huge positive impact on kids' life, spending an hour at least, and you don't have to take them to some fancy places, walking down the park, playing with them, like last evening, even within our complex, running around, playing a tag with my son.
Mm-hmm.
He got tired, I got sweaty, and then he comes and hugs me and say, thanks, Daddy, to spend the time with me. And I'm like, man, seriously, that's little simple things, how much they appreciate. I mean, we think they would be appreciating like iPhones or games, and they appreciate more of family time. A simple 1 hour with them every day, not focused on homework or anything, just playing, taking them to a park, basic running a tag, hide and seek or something like that. Very simple.
Has your son kind of shown any characteristics of maybe becoming an engineer as well, or going to the restaurant business? Or
He likes two things. I see strength. He likes numbers, and he likes serving. So I don't know where he likes number. He can be engineer. He likes service. He can be restaurant.
Both.
Yeah. For me, I would do what my father did to me. He has to decide what he wants. I mean, as long as I don't hold him back, he can be. If he wants to in the painting, artist, he can be. He can be. He is an entertainer. I believe I see him as a clown and entertainer. So that's the biggest strength from like what I see him right now. He's an entertainer.
That's awesome. That's very
How
cool.
about your kids?
So my son, he is big into drawing and art and singing and dancing and moving around and that like artsy creative side, I suppose. And my daughter, she's 2 years old, and she has a very bright, bubbly personality, big smile. She likes to do what we're doing. So I've had this conversation with my wife before, like my wife commented on here, Rivers, my daughter, River and Gardy like to play music together. So at home, I probably have a guitar on my lap, just fiddling around, even if it's not plugged into anything. Just just playing. It feels good, and it's what I have
just
fun
saw
doing.
a video last week or a week ago. I saw your videos of playing with guitar.
Music, yeah.
You're playing with the music, and you have a talent.
Thank you.
You are a very talented person. So everybody knows I've seen your videos. You and your partner.
For the music? Yeah.
Kurt and you both making amazing video. One of the video really impressed me was the water pumping station.
Oh, in Texas City?
In Texas City.
You as an engineer, probably, you need to go check that out because your mind would be blown.
I appreciate watching that, and it makes people feel safe living around there. It gives that sense of like city is doing something, and we are very prone to hurricane here. We saw Harvey, we saw Ike, so we are prone. And when people in the city, Texas City, sees that video, they feel a little relieved that city has a system to dump out the water.
Yeah.
And that video was genuinely very, very impressive.
Yeah, there's a couple things. If you haven't seen that video, it's actually the tagged video at the top of our KHEA radio page. If you've seen it, I'm about to describe a little bit of it. So the ditches are gravity fed to the pump systems, and it's a big screw, and it kind of just like screws the water up and pumps it out the back into Moses Lake. And then there's like a gate outside of Moses Lake that the county controls, not the city, that they will say like, hey, we need to get Moses Lake down. Okay, kind of close it up. So it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of misconceptions, I think, about how the pumps work. And so whenever we talked to Texas City, we were saying like, hey, this would be cool so we can spread some information in a different way. This kind of entertaining. I thought it looked cool.
It looked very good. Now I have a question. Do they give a tour of that, or like if as a citizen, can I walk there and see that, or it's?
My guess would be yes. I could at least get you a phone number of somebody, and they'd be able to answer that question for sure. But that gate is open, and if it's during their business times, and you can go in there, and the people that work there, they're so nice.
I mean, I feel that as like a little tourist spot.
Yeah.
For people to go there, like, hey, check out. Let's especially taking like 6-year-olds and 10-year-olds, showing them something about the science of that pump and how it's being done.
Yeah, because there's only, I think, like 2. There's not that many in like the world, or then in the United States, that work like that for that purpose. They said that they actually used that same technology it was a water park to create a current so people could like surf and wakeboard on it. But that has been the one in Texas City. There's 2 of them. They have been in operation, I think, since like the 80s. That's when they originally built them.
They can do the surfing on the lake if they can create it, right?
They can, because it flows out. Like I was thinking about that. I was like, yeah. I'm going to get somebody else to do that. Like, who's volunteering to do that one?
Hey, Kurt does that. He did the he did the skydiving, so he's your guinea pig.
He would rock it. Right now it's 9:43. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. We're also on channel 46. So if you're watching on your television, we appreciate you taking the time, or maybe you're listening on the KHEA radio app. We love you as well. We're talking about Little Bella Mia. We're talking about Cocoa Crepes right here in League City, Texas. During the 10 o'clock hour, we have Jennifer Fuller coming in.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. So I'll hang out a little more.
It's a match made in heaven.
She's amazing, good friend. She's a can I talk about her?
Yeah.
So Jennifer Fuller, she's amazing. I met her exactly 2 years ago today. In the first week of September. That was 2 years back. She wanted to create a family. Contacted us right after Harvey, that lost everything, and that it was the birthday week for their son and daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted like, hey, can you do something for my kids, because I don't know how to explain my kids that we cannot have a birthday party.
Yeah.
And I sit there, it's like, what should I do? And I said, you know what, we can do the food part. That's easy. Come in, our restaurants. It was Pizza Fire that time, if you recall. So Pizza Fire was open. Let's do a little pizza party. But then I called Jennifer. I knew Jennifer through a Facebook, and it's like, hey, can you help me with? And she spread a word out. And then the next couple of hours, there were like 50 people delivering because of her. Like, that kid's never seen so many gifts, birthday gifts, and Then our friend, she does a face painting. Her name is Lulu. I don't know if you know her.
She
She does,
sometimes dresses like a clown, right?
she dresses
She's
like a
very
clown.
talented.
She makes balloons.
Mm-hmm.
She came and she did a face painting, and this thing popped up in my Facebook memory yesterday or day before yesterday, because every tweet, like, it says like, so that's how I met Jennifer, and our partnership started. But she was amazing. She came down for that birthday party. She hung out. She made sure that kids get the best everything, and since then we have been partnering. She has been helping a lot of small business restaurants around here. She's very, she's her heart is in the right place. She wants the small restaurants to succeed in our community, and so she has created this wonderful group, Bay Area Food Lover Groups, where we can go and check out those, what all, like, everybody knows those big restaurant, what Olive Garden or what's Cheesecake Factory is gonna serve, but her focus is what, hey, Little Bella Mia is gonna serve, or those this great restaurant I found through her group, Hansa Thai. It's in Nasa Road. Amazing Thai food. I wouldn't have known about that restaurant unless because of this group I know, and that has become our go-to place. Small restaurants.
Yeah, and these
you
are
can
locally owned restaurants.
and she promotes them. And she just not only promotes them for promoting, she checks them out, she gives them critique, she helps them to improve the quality. She gives them feedback of small businesses like, hey, wow, what you should do to make it more appealing.
Mm-hmm.
And she's very critic. She's not scared. She can tell me, right, like, hey, this is wrong, you should be doing this way. And I take her words very seriously to make.
Yeah, that group has gone bananas, like in growth.
17,000 people now.
Yeah, so we broadcast from the city of Lamarck, and I love Lamarck, but at this current time, there are not 17,000 people that claim Lamarck as residents. So the Bay Area Houston Food Lovers Group is currently bigger than the city of Lamarck.
She can probably incorporate a town probably right now, Bay Area Food Lovers Town, and we'll have a little, we eat happy hour. Everybody comes there and eat happy.
Yeah, if she's the president, I just want to be like the mayor or something. Just give me a role of some kind.
Absolutely. It can turn out a town full of fancy, nice restaurants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she tuned in. She said, hey, see you in 20 minutes. Yeah, she is going to be here 10 o'clock. Those Bay Area Houston Food Lovers cards have been flying like out of the shelves of everywhere. It's been pretty cool to see that concept come into reality and see how that grows.
Absolutely. And I have those. I had that card in my pocket the other day, and somebody asked me, like, and I gave to her because she uses more.
Yeah, that's really cool because, the price is very affordable.
It's very affordable,
You
$5.
use it one time at the right place, and it paid for
It pays
itself.
off.
Yeah, and so you just be like, hey, yeah, that's a
So-
good gift as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So hopefully she can make 20,000 of those next time, and so everybody has that.
She's going to have to, if everybody gets a card. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. We're talking to Manish about Little Bella Mia, Coco Crepes. We're talking about everything that has to do with food. One thing that you have never shied away from is shouting out other restaurants. Other people doing that, the exact same thing you're doing, but just offering, other items and sometimes the same items.
It's I come from collaborative business background, where, as I said, I come from a small town in India where my dad had a retail, everybody else had a retail across both the sides, same products, but they all were friends. And I used to see that when his product ran out, or somebody else's product would run out, like they used to sell saris at that Indian fabric, so they would borrow from each other. So make sure that. So, I lived that life. So for me, it's a fun. It's a small community. It's not about having that one single customer. It's how we can help each other, how we can help small. But I appreciate small business after opening this restaurant. How much they help their need all. It's a struggle. It's not easy. It's not easy. You just met a text. We met a text person right before walking in. I can talk more about that right now. How much help we all need.
Yeah, so we had Cheryl Johnson. She actually popped in to hand us some information about some things, and she was on our show a couple weeks ago. I would say about three weeks ago. And if you're not familiar with who she is, she's kind of in charge around here whenever it comes to taxes in our area. And so as a business owner, taxes are important.
Absolutely. And so it was a Galveston County tax, and she gave us a very informative. She was very informative. how to do the taxes in right amount and not overpay or underpay, and those small things. And I would like what information she gave me. I would like to, when I go back, probably I'll be sharing that on my Facebook, so the other small business can, get a little, you know,
Some like that nugget.
some
that
insight.
golden nugget.
Some insight, and if they have a question, they can reach out to her.
Yeah. One thing she says, and it comes off almost shocking. She's like, well, you shouldn't be, you're paying too much or whatever. It's just weird to hear her say that. And it's just like, are you trying to trap me or what's going on?
She said she's working on some kind of legislation actually to reduce those taxes on small businesses, and that makes this area a whole lot of business friendly. When I meet all these mayors and all, the government bodies here, and very business friendly, from League City to Texas City. The chambers are amazing here. They're always supportive. So I enjoy being part of that's my being a Little Bella Mia Coco. Well, hey, if you all have never been to Coco Crepes or Little Bella Mia, you all should. It's just not because it's my place, or I call it's not my place. It's called our place. When I love when my people walking in, they take ownership of that place. They call it, hey, our. When kids call it like, hey, it's our Little Bella Mia or our Coco Crepes. That's things make me very, very happy because they're taking ownership of that place, and feel like that's their third home, school, and this is their home.
Yeah,
that's what we want to create.
Yeah, I like the tables, like the setup in there, because I like sometimes sitting next to somebody that I may not know.
And you can talk.
Like a community table, like you get to know somebody while you're there. It has a different feel.
Absolutely. So, and we have lots of good common friends here, So, have Mary Baz been here lately? Or?
Mary came in, I'm going to say 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Mary popped in, and she's awesome. You see she's opening up a kitchen in Galveston.
Absolutely.
La Cocina.
She has that passion, and I'm looking forward to visit that, as soon as it opens up. So, because she's going to be rocking that place. This will be amazing food.
Yeah, so
amazing food.
I called it a restaurant. I was like, yeah, you're opening a restaurant. She corrected me. She's like, it's not a restaurant, it's a kitchen. And I was like, okay, but are people going to be able to stop and get food? She's like, well, yeah, probably. But I guess, the idea is, she's been doing catering for years. So now she has that kitchen to work out of, and she will probably offer like items, but mainly
I'll be a
sending out.
taster. I'll just walk in, and when she's making for the catering for 800 people, if one plate goes away, it doesn't matter. 799 people are gonna eat that, and they won't even know that I took one off away. So I'll be her little, we'll be her visiting her kitchen.
Yeah. Are there any other restaurants that you gave the shout out to that one that you found from the food lovers group?
Hansa Thai. If you want a Thai food, you have to try that. I was very skeptical, but once I ate that food, and it's again three young girls. They own it. They are partners. Amazing food. Which else? Oh, the best salsa I had lately is San Lorenzo. Do you know where San Lorenzo is?
Where is it at? I know the name.
At 646, you wouldn't believe that. On 646, there's JSC Bank and all this, going toward 517.
Mm-hmm.
On 646, you're going toward 517. It's on left-hand side, San Lorenzo. We just walked in because, we wanted to see what is inside. And they bring this hot salsa. I love hot salsa, fresh cilantro, fresh onions.
Yeah.
Put little jalapenos inside. And that tortillas, nothing fancy about that restaurant. It's nothing you expect to be a big restaurant or something fancy. But right there, you walk in, you feel at home. The food is good. It's affordable. And I kept on checking. Like, seriously, did you miss something on the bill? I was like, no. I was like, my wife, she loves pina colada,
yeah,
a drink. And so even with that, like $25 for me, my wife, and a drink, and I was like, man, I hope you didn't miss something.
Don't seem right.
Didn't seem right.
Yeah.
And so I would recommend if somebody have not tried that, try that. Nothing fancy. Again, these are the restaurants which are not big and looking expensive, but the food's great.
Okay, there's a place, and maybe you've been there. I went there yesterday. My daughter, my wife, me, and my friend Sergio, the four of us went there. It's called Oaxaca Meat Market in Dickinson. So if you're heading towards Dickinson High School, 517, and you pass if you're instead of taking a left and going to Furniture Zone, or maybe after you leave Furniture Zone, but there's a strip right there, and it's a little meat market. And so we walked in, and my buddy, who he's a musician, but he travels all over the world as a rep for Yamaha, like in Central America and Mexico and all that. So he was like, dude, I feel like I just walked in Mexico. He was like, this isn't Tex-Mex. This is like Mexican food. So it's delicious, though. But it was like 30. I was like, oh, I got it all for whatever all of us ate, right? And it was like $30.
Wow.
$30.
You need to go there, check it out. Because you said Oaxaca cheese. I know the cheese from Oaxaca, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You can put that on any kind of bread. And it's... Talking about restaurant, one more restaurant. It's a little fancier. We went a couple of weekends ago, Mariah's. In Dickinson, and I was surprised. I don't like uptight restaurants. Me and my wife are very casual, especially when we have a 7-year-old with us. We don't want to bother the other people,
Exactly.
and so we usually not. But over there, even it was very upscale, very nice, but it felt like home. The owners came, sat with us on table, explained the menu, created a whole menu for vegetarian. Like a platter. I was surprised. Again, it gave me that homely feel when like owner or the manager walks to you and they tell you, okay, what do you want? You're a vegetarian. Let me create something for you.
Yeah.
And they spend like probably explaining the menus, and it's amazing family. Have you been there?
Yeah, that's Keith. Him and his wife.
Keith and his wife.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Awesome people. Surprised. Again, it's like. This is one of those fancy restaurants. I would
Yeah,
say.
it's very nice. It's
if you're
nice.
on a date or if you are on an anniversary, birthday, people should visit them.
Yeah, definitely. Feel free to check him out. And I've been trying, like, because I'll go. He owns the restaurant next door as well. And if I'm eating there or at the other, I'm just like, we need to get you in studio to talk about. And he's like, oh, but whenever you are the owner of a business, it's like you're never technically off. Like at the end of the day, you answer for everything. So I may have his card in my pocket right now, where I've just been like, he's like, well, send me an email. I was like, well, can we get you scheduled now? And this is actually a different card, but
has he been here before?
No, he hasn't. I need to get him in here.
Absolutely.
But man, they opened that restaurant, I guess it was around Harvey.
It's right before. He told me the story that they opened right before the Harvey, and then it took them a year, 6 months to 8 months to recover from there. The timing was bad, but when I went there, it was packed like a packed jam.
Yeah. How did that 646 construction affect the business, and what have you seen since it's been accessible again?
So I think it shut down in March, the 646, and all of these businesses saw a huge impact. Around the 646, that little shopping complexes. It went up in July when the road opened again. They did a fantastic job. 6 months work they did in 4 months, or 3.5 to 4 months. They opened the road. It did help, but one thing I noticed is it's still not back where it was before it. So
Yeah.
What happens is when you shut down the road, your audience they find the alternate restaurants, and then
The alternate routes, other places.
other places.
Mhm.
So it takes a while back. So it's again always a challenge. Unless you are very old and well established, then they will make an effort. But when you are new, it's always a challenge because you're still establishing yourself, and here comes a roadblock, and that's why what we saw at Coco Crepes, which was established a year and a half ago. The business as usual, no problem. It's because people had known that place, and so they come. Was with Little Bellamia, it had a major impact.
Wow. With that opening like ahead of schedule, did they kind of hear word through the grapevine like, hey, it's gonna open early, or was it just a surprise like you saw it on the internet?
You know who gave me surprise?
Who?
Kurt. Kurt is the one who told me. He came. He was making some news for I-45, or I believe.
Yeah.
And so he told me that they're opening, and I was like, what? I was very surprised about when he told me about that, and we were expecting mid-September. So
It's good news though.
it's very good news, and lots of small, not for us, but even like a established chains like Whataburger and Chick-fil-A, which you think they would never have an impact. I mean, they are God's chicken, right? That's what
Right.
they call
It is. the Lord's chicken.
the Lord's chicken, and so but no, they also saw this impact on us.
Hey, bringing up the chicken sandwich, did you have? Well, I guess you don't eat
No.
chicken, so I was gonna ask if you had tried that Popeye spicy chicken sandwich. But the memes were very
Amazing.
spicy and hilarious.
I've been watching those, and I appreciate what that Popeyes do. I know everybody likes Chick-fil-A but I always like the underdogs.
Yeah,
Whenever there's a competition or something, I'm always behind the underdogs, and for that reason, I like what Popeyes did and how they use that the whole marketing for the whole thing as their marketing. I think they're doing fine. I see the lines and they're running out the chicken and all the thing. Amazing the job by their marketing team.
How is it? How has it been for you? Coming up with the marketing plans for a brand new concept, and then Coco Crepes with it's in the name, and it was a little bit more established whenever you open the other one. But how is marketing? Is it a big game or?
It's a big, huge game because if people don't know that you exist, then it doesn't matter how good the food is.
Mhm.
So, say with Coco Crepes, it was word of mouth. I don't know, I'm proud to say, or I shouldn't be bragging, but we didn't spend a single dollar on marketing Coco Crepes because word of mouth. Once you make a great crepes, people will tell each other, and there's no other crepes place around here. So, if either they are, downtown or we are in this League City where we make authentic crepes. So we get people from Galveston, League City, Clear Lake, Pasadena, Pearland. So that was a whole different. So when we opened Little Bella Mia, we thought the same way it should work, like the same marketing strategy. But then we realized with the pizzas and pastas and Italian food, it's a little different. And so now we have actually last month, in August, we have started slowly, putting out a little marketing plan out. Maybe we'll do that free, video with you.
Let's do some videos.
As we do video free, we are some good food, and let people know what we are. Because still, I get questions like, "What is Little Bella Mia?" As soon as everybody knows Coco around there, but when I talk about Little Bella Mia, oh, what's that?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that I need to bring more awareness about Little Bella Mia. It's a great concept. It's a homemade pastas and create as you want. It's like a chipotle of Italian, but it's a fine food. A great pastas, homemade pastas, but you can cook as you want as you walk down the line.
Here's a question that came from Lori on our Facebook stream. She said, "When are you going to do the meat and fruit trays again? Is there any plan to do anything like that?"
Fruit trays. That's I'm talking to Mary Boss, chef,
Mm-hmm.
and she will be probably. She told me in October. She's busy this month, and she said we should. We said everybody loved it, So she does that for catering, but
Mm-hmm.
with doing at Little Bella Mia, it gave access to a common audience who wants to have a good a tray to come to Coco Crepes and also Little Bella Mia and have it, and they don't have to cater like for 50, 100 people from. So it was a great partnership. Once she starts, I think she told me in October she wants to do it again.
That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely had some of those trays going down there, and it's almost like a different concept. I didn't grow up, eating, like a cheese tray with like fruit and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
But once you have it, it looks beautiful. First of all, you
It
look at it
looks
and it's like,
beautiful.
I gotta try that, and then you taste it and it's okay. I've been missing out on this my entire life, and you just finish it all.
I made a Facebook comment about that I never had that before.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought it's a fancy food for fancy people. But man, when she made it and I had that, I think she had a cheese. I forgot the name of the cheese. She makes a homemade cheese.
Yeah.
You dip those crackers in those cheese and have little fruits along with that. It's mouth watering.
And then the next thing you notice, you're like, well, this is maybe I am fancy. You have the pinky sticking out, you're drinking your water. You've changed,
You've changed. Yes.
Okay, right now it's 10:04. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. We're going to take a quick break. We have Jennifer Fuller from Bay Area Houston Food Lovers who's going to be here with us in studio. She may be here. I'm not sure, but we're going to get that checked out. Is there anything else you'd like to share while you're here today? Did you want to hang out when Jen's here?
Oh, I would say hi to her, but no, thank you so much for, this whatever you guys are making those amazing videos around. I love seeing your videos. So I want to wish you all that you have a big production house soon that you can make all this nice, like the way you did with the city of Lamont. You should be doing different cities, small businesses, and hopefully we'll do along together with Little Bella Mia. and you because you have a Joe Perez does it with a little different strength he has, but I think yours are a little different, and everybody has their different strength, and you bring a whole different kind of story along with that. So I think that I hope you have a huge success.
Thank
with that.
you. Yeah, we love Joe. You need to make sure you check out Texas Chronicles because there was a feature that he did with you guys.
Absolutely, and people loved it, and with his video is like next door, you run out of the food. When he makes the videos and he gets on his thing,
Mm-hmm.
you run out of the food next day, next 3 days.
It's like Popeyes.
It's absolutely.
Joe Perez, the Popeyes.
He's a
thing.
purpose of marketing. Like every time he does a video, I've seen all the restaurants they run out of the food. Like people go out and like they pull a line out of there, like, hey, I want this, I want this. So he does amazing videos.
Yeah. Okay, here's one more question, and I kind of know the answer. This is from Rudy, out of League City. He said, hey, is Bella Mia, is that a franchise, or did you come up with the name? How does that work?
So yes and no. My friend, he owns a Mia Bella restaurant in downtown. He owns 3 restaurants called Mia Bellas, and he is the one who helped us with this concept. Uh, we did not want to call it a Mia Bella because Mia Bella is a fine dine restaurant, so we decided to call it a Bella Mia. Same exact fine dine food, but made it casual. So you're still getting homemade pastas, spaghetti and meatballs, homemade meatballs, or gnocchi, homemade Alfredo sauce, but it's more in a casual. There's no waitresses. You stand in the line, you build your own pastas, and then you serve yourself, have a glass of wine. That's how we came up with the name Bella Mia.
Awesome. Well, there you have it. It's an awesome story. We appreciate everything that you do in the community, continuing
you.
to give back.
That's
Awesome.
part of
You're
our
awesome.
business model, so.
Whenever people, and not that many people ask for my advice on these things, but sometimes I give my unsolicited advice. I'm like, you need to be more like the owner of Little Bella Mia. He's doing this and this and this. But no, I appreciate you and everything you do.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Are you off?
Yeah, well, almost. We're about to go off the FM and then take this quick break. Here we go. It's KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM.
Thank you all.
All right. So thank you.
Well, thank
I
you.
know you weren't feeling a little.
I didn't get a sleep, and so I had like my body was like shaky. But then my wife told me it's just because you didn't get a sleep. So she started making me She makes me a nice little tea with honey and all that thing, and I'm up and ready again, back to the work.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Awesome.
So, thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Hey.
If you want to do a video or something, we'll talk about that.
I don't know. Is she? I texted her just now. Is Jennifer out there? Yeah, she's right here. Jennifer, come in. I didn't know if you were here or not. I was like, I can't. I need like a closed caption monitoring system of what's going on out there. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Oh, Siri's like picking up everything I'm saying. I'm doing
Hi,
good.
Minnie.
He was like, "Oh, I need to say hi to her." What's up? How are you doing?
Good. Chair.
I'm glad you're here. Thank you for hanging out.
Oh,
I'm gonna switch this camera. This
thank
one
you.
looks, this one looks good. So hey, we're talking food. So Bay Area Houston food lovers, if you are tuning in on Facebook, let me know what are some places that you like to go to locally here in our area. There's so much that our area has to offer whenever it comes not just to food, but everything. Like yesterday, I was talking to the Bay Area like tourism group, and food's a big part of that as well. But
Right, can you raise that?
do what?
Can you raise that camera? I hate that.
Yeah, I got you. Like actually,
I just hate.
we're making sure that we are getting it.
I have
this
a
one better?
stipulation with Guardies.
Well, not that
no.
cup there. If you move
That's
that
just
one,
on purpose.
is this one?
It is.
Is this one good?
Yeah, that's cool.
I like that.
All right,
Okay,
cool. Yay!
and I can reposition that.
Look at all these people and wave at them. Hey.
What's up, folks? Do y'all know Jennifer Fuller? I feel like everybody does. You've been busy, so you've had these really cool Bay Area Houston food lovers like cards. Can you explain the concept?
Yeah, it was an idea of a restaurant owner. We found out that a lot of people were not really afraid, but they didn't really want to come in and ask for free stuff because, some restaurants would say, well, come in and if you're a member, we'll do free dessert or free this or free that. And the members didn't want to show them their phones and say, hey, here's,
My coupon or whatever. Yeah.
So, the card thing is kind of old school because everything's going like digital, but I feel like you can just slip it in with your debit card or your payment, and it's just kind of like not,
Yeah.
hey, I want free stuff.
You know who does something? I guess it's like the Landry restaurants. They have a card. So my wife has one, but they charge your price.
$25.
Yeah, it's $25 bucks.
$25, and you get like one free meal on your birthday, and then it pays off if you're a frequent visitor to Landry's, which I'm not, but
Yeah.
it's worth it just for the meal on your birthday.
It is. That's what my wife has one. Her parents had one for like years or something, but that's what she said. Like, if you don't, the free meal on your birthday kind of makes it worth it.
I mean, you can have a bunch of cards. You just have like a little Rolodex of all your little cards, and then just pull out the one you need for your birthday.
Yeah. So for like with Landry's, you're limited. I mean, they own quite a few restaurants, but with yours, how many people are a part of this group right now?
44 and 3 new ones on Friday so far, and I'm working on. People keep telling me to add Galveston restaurants, and I'm really trying. They just don't know the group as well as the local restaurants do. So when I approach them, and they're just kind of like,
Yeah, not sure yet.
Who are you? And
Sure.
I don't know about this, So it'll take some time. It's only been a month. So it'll take a little time to get the word out, and restaurants will see that it's not a bad deal. It's like kind of a no-brainer. Really?
Yeah, I'm thinking about opening a restaurant specifically to get my name on the list.
Yeah.
Well, it just makes sense.
The higher end restaurants like Murray and Merlion and Grazia, it doesn't really benefit them too much because of the higher amount of food.
Mm-hmm.
Food bill is more so. Maybe I can figure something out to do for the higher end restaurants. But for now, I mean, everybody's happy and eating, and I love seeing the cards. And
Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought about opening your own restaurant?
Yeah, I have.
What kind of
I was
food
like,
would it be?
I could market myself. Well, I don't know how, and I wouldn't want to do the long hours. I have an idea. I really think that where we live in the 96 area, we need a nice bagel place, but like bagels from New York type, like super huge, like ridiculous. Like when people take pictures, they're like, there's like a Texas-sized bagel, but I think that would be really cool to just have all things. There's no bagel place. There's Einstein, and that's it. And I don't know any of the logistics behind ordering, and I don't know anything about that kind of part of the restaurant.
But it's a need that you see that
I feel
we
it
have.
would be very popular if there could be great coffees and drinks, and then just a nice selection of really different big bagels, nice fresh.
That's cool.
I just have this image of like, I don't even know if they exist, but
The one in your head.
something ridiculous, that you see on one of those BuzzFeed type things,
Yeah, they're
So
cool.
I think that would be cool.
That's awesome. So if somebody opens up a bagel shop on 96, I'm gonna be upset. And if it's
No,
not
I
you,
won't be. I'm
I'm
telling you, so somebody will do it.
Oh, okay.
Somebody will.
Never mind.
Somebody
Open that bagel
needs to.
shop.
Kelly Redinger said she had a bagel place in Chicago.
Really?
So yeah, but she's not.
And she lives in that area too.
Hmm. Yeah, I keep telling her, but she's not interested.
Yeah.
And Art of Coffee, I've tried to run it by them, and they're
Bagels,
just
no?
Nah, they do the breakfast sandwiches, which are super popular on Saturdays.
See, there's already some people. Okay, so my wife posts a picture of a bagel, at least an emoji, and then Chris says, "Hey, I love bagels." And then there's the Great American Bagel. Is that a name of a business? Maybe. I'm not sure. Greg, let me know. Is that a restaurant in our
There's
area?
the Great American Cookie.
Great American Cookie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Surely I've had a bagel, but I don't think I've had like a good like New York bagel.
Right. And I don't know, I haven't either, but what I envision is a super crispy, crunchy outside and super moist, soft inside, and just warm, and some ridiculous flavors and some cool things to put on it. I mean, I think that'd be great. And
Yeah.
the complaint would be, they're so big, I can't finish it. That would be the complaint. That's what I want. Yeah.
Okay, so Greg
So-
clarified. He said, yeah, they're based out of St. Louis. And then someone suggested the Hot Bagel Shop on Shepherd, which would be in Houston. So that's cool. Maybe,
Yeah.
but we need one down here
I know.
in our area, too.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
worth
or
the
like
visit.
on your way out, all the people that live, Marbella and all those, all of us over there.
Mm-hmm.
Or even Midway, 518. Somewhere we need that.
Yeah, I don't like, unless I'm coming to work or going to a destination, I want to go to the grocery store, I want to go to eat,
Yeah.
and I want to go home, like stay in my little bubble. And I'm sure a lot of people are the same way.
Yeah. I don't even like now sometimes going on the other side of the lake. So I have to, though. But
So you have 50 restaurants that have signed up to be a part of the Bay Area Houston Food Lovers Card program, right?
Mhm.
Are there any like type of food category that's missing from there that
we
you can
need
think
sushi.
of? Sushi.
So we need some sushi restaurants. I would like to get some barbecue. We've got Dickinson Barbecue, but that's the only barbecue restaurant. I've reached out to the Caboose. I've reached out to Cats. Just they're not interested right now. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming because I didn't get a response. So one day, we'll get some more barbecue places. I am going to meet Angie Butler for dinner at Edu on Wednesday
In Texas City?
and try to get them on board.
I feel like she's like part-time social media
Yeah.
promoter for them,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
because she'll post about it, and I think she's just giving like a genuine tip, like
Yeah,
I'm
it looks
telling you, this
really
place is
good.
good.
And I think her posts have helped get them some business because I've seen more and more, and I've never heard of the place. So I'm excited to go have her show me the ropes and show me what to order. And
Yeah, I saw her son, or they went for his birthday. That's where he
Right.
wanted to go, and there's that like a boat of
Right.
sushi, a literal boat.
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I guess for the whole family.
I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe just for the son.
But I'm excited to go try it. We'll take the kids, and I don't know how my kids will do with sushi, but
Yeah, have they ever had it?
no.
No.
Mm-mm.
So I've gone. So speaking of that, Little Bella Mia, we had Manish here in studio, but there's that restaurant. Is it Kabuki? That's kind of close over there, and
Right.
whenever I like going because it's always fun with the family and stuff. Have you been there yet?
I've been once.
Okay, and they have sushi there, and so sometimes it's like
Yeah.
yeah, I'll try and grab some sushi and then I'll catch some rice in my mouth. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I called them too. They don't speak very good English,
Hmm.
so I'll have to actually go up there and talk to them. But,
Yeah,
but I told somebody last night at Red River, one of the members, I always meet new members. Even if I were to stop the list now, I think everybody would still be happy. But
Mhm.
I want to just keep adding and adding,
yeah. Why limit it?
I want to do some and more in Pearland and Friendswood because there are members over there. I've noticed since I added some this last week, I got a bunch of new card orders from that area. Usually it's just League City. The majority of the card orders are League City residents.
Yeah.
So
How many people are in Bay Area Houston Food Lovers right now? It's like 17,000, isn't it?
17,300.
So we broadcast from the city of Lamarck. I grew up here. I love the city of Lamarck, but the city of Lamarck at its current state does not have 17,000 people in it.
Really?
No, it does not have 17,000. I think it's like 15 or 16.
Yeah.
They projections next year, they're saying like maybe around 20 with there's thousands of new homes going up
Good.
in the next year, which is great. But you are bigger than some cities in our
Right.
area. How does that make you feel? And are you the mayor? Like, how does that work?
No. Yeah, I was watching like a show on TV, and it's like population, 3,000, and I was like, oh my God, we have more people in the group. Yeah, it's really cool, and everybody loves food, and everybody gets along and has fun. And I have so many people tell me all the time how much they love the group, and that makes me happy, and it makes me push forward when you have the couple of hiccups with people who have issues, and then sometimes I'm just like, ugh.
Well, when there's 17,000, you're bound to have some issues, right?
Right. I guess, yeah. I mean, for sure. And so I get way more good feedback than negative.
For
So
sure.
I got to just focus on that.
So if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, I see some people saying stuff about Kabuki. It's legit. I agree. I love Kabuki too, Lauren. And here is another one.
Okay, Stevie, is this better? Stevie, hello.
That actually is better. Here, Scooter. Yeah, Scooter.
Oh, okay.
There was a comment that
Okay,
said
Stevie, Michael.
that I'll be as big as a barn if there was a bagel shop in our area. Sometimes it's just a sacrifice you need to make.
What's wrong with being as big as a barn? I'm just kidding. Yeah, but I think it would be great, right?
Yeah.
I think that'd be awesome.
All right, so we got 50 seconds, and then we can go on the FM as well. We'll get you reintroduced. And go ahead and tag some more restaurants, some suggestions in our area. Maybe some restaurants that you would like to see included into that Bay Area Houston Food Lovers Card Reward program. That's what we need to see. I see there's even some business owners on here. If you haven't signed up yet and you are interested, how can they reach out to you to learn about that?
Stevie Michael says, yes, thank you. He can hear me now. Or she, or what? Stevie Nick, Stevie. You never know the word name. So, hi, Raymond Green, Mike Mystery, restaurant owners, both of them.
I saw Concetta Maceo was on here, and she's down in Galveston.
Yes, I would love to sign Maceo's up. That'd be great. They have great muffalettas. That's all I've had there. But
they got meatballs. I've eaten everything there. We're gonna go on the FM right now. Here we go.
Cool.
Good morning. This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Right now it's 10:20. I'm Gardy. I got Jennifer Fuller here in studio with me. Jennifer, can you tell everybody about, I guess, the food group that you have? I was going to say about the Facebook group and what you do, but there's so much that you do. Can you tell everybody the name of the food group and what it focuses on?
The food group is Bay Area Houston Food Lovers, and it is all things food. Local restaurants, home-cooked meals, anything food-related. Your taco festival, anything food. It's talked about in the food group. Coming
up in October, talkoftaco.com to learn more.
Yeah, that's next month.
I know, it's nuts.
It's like gone by so fast. Summer's over. I was just here when summer was ending or starting, and now it's just gone.
Was summer good for you?
It was busy.
Yeah.
I mean, with the kids being home, it's busy.
Yeah, kids make summer.
I didn't quite diet like I had planned, but
hey, you adjust. Like, life happens.
Yeah, it does.
Yes. The kids, did they have a good summer? Did they stay busy? Did they?
Yeah. We didn't do anything special, like take trips to Disneyland or anything, but we just hung out, swam, played around, went to the movies, that kind of ate out. That kind of stuff. That's about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Were they going with you to restaurants and hey, handing out the cards and doing all that?
They did. So even last night they were with me, and I just tell them to bring their tablets. Bring your tablets, sit over there and be quiet, But they just call it mommy's work.
Yeah. Are they into Roblox at all?
They do. They like Roblox.
I'm going to need to get their usernames. So that, because there's certain people, my son, I'm like, you can't add that. They're a stranger. So at least if I know, my friends' kids. So that's what I've been doing, getting usernames. So my son will be like, okay, maybe you can talk to them.
Yeah. And then you can let me know if they say anything they shouldn't. But yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, hopefully my son would tell me.
Oh, yeah. Mine tell me all the time, this person said this.
Yeah.
Like, can you block them? And you can't.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you figure out how to block them, let me know.
Okay, so we got 50 restaurants that are signed up for the Bay Area Houston Food Lovers reward program.
Yeah, almost 50. So 44 now, 3 more Friday, so 47.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I'll get someone messaging me going, am I missing? I don't see 50, so I'll have to be very careful.
Yeah, because you've been updating the list and trying to keep people in the loop, and that can be easy the way.
No. But that's not everybody lives on the food group like I do. So some people pop in every once in a while, and they're like, what are these cards that you're talking about, and how do I get one? So some people haven't heard of them yet.
Okay, have you been to Gregory's? It's over off 96?
I went once probably more than a year ago.
Yeah, I've been a couple times as well, and it's really good. And then this is, Greg said, hey, we got to get Gregory's, on the rewards program, and I agree. So if somebody is a business owner, or maybe they can suggest, how can they tell them to reach out to you to, inquire about that?
They can find me on Facebook.
Just through the group, pretty much, huh?
Yeah. My phone number's on all the websites. That's my personal cell phone number. It's on the Bay Area HoustonFoodLovers.com website, and then Status Marketing LLC.
Yeah.
.com.
Is it easy to blast that out? Do you get any prank calls or anything having your number out?
Not
17,000 people in your group?
No, surprisingly not. I don't answer any numbers I don't recognize usually. So
let them leave a voicemail.
Limit, but it's not like my phone's constantly ringing. So I figure if it's important, they'll leave a voicemail.
Yeah, my phone. So usually during this program, and it actually looks pretty mild right now. Like here's somebody offering to bring barbecue, which the answer is yes. Here's here's my wife texting me about some other stuff, but it's interesting, juggling social media, real life, in business. You don't just juggle the food group because you do a lot of other stuff as well. How do you find time to get everything done that you need and want to do?
It's starting to get a little bit more challenging. I have a home office. I think I need to split it to where I have a mailing station because I'm the one doing all the orders for cards and I mean everything is all me. I even it's not the best website in the world, but I built my own website. I put all that together. I've just done everything, designed the cards and now I've got this holiday market that I've committed to, and I haven't really started on that yet. So I do have okay, so I have somebody booked, so I have some important people already, locked down for those dates. But other than that, I need to get on the ball with that. I've been so busy with cards.
Are you at the point where like the food group needs to hire like somebody or even like an assistant, have some people to delegate?
Some people have asked, I get restaurants will want me to come try certain things and this and that, and I don't always have time, or so then somebody will suggest that I send someone to do it for
a liaison on your behalf to taste this food.
But how
people would volunteer?
They have, and that's not the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say this food is great because so and so tasted it. You know what I mean? So I don't. You know what I'm thinking about doing is sometimes I'll try food and I get a lot of food and I don't need to eat it. So I'm thinking of having like a crew, a pool of people who I can call on to meet me out to try this food and all these different things because I can't do it by myself. And it's nice to have more than one opinion too. So
that's true.
I'm thinking maybe some people who just sit around all day waiting to go eat. That'd be perfect.
So here's a comment right here. This is from Carmen, and she said, I think she said I live on it, maybe referring to I live on the group. Because you said not everybody lives on the group like you do. But there are some people who do. And they would probably be down to go meet you and eat.
And those are the
food.
people I want because I want people who've kind of established a somewhat of a reputation in the group. That would be nice.
Yeah.
They know who this person is. And then you can give different opinions. I got this and I tried this and so. So that might be something to do. But I still feel like at this point I have to be there.
Yeah.
Until someone is me. I don't know.
Until they figure out cloning, of course. And then
or I have, I don't know. But that's, see, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Or you, Gardy and Jennifer go eat. And then if I can't go, you go.
I can do that. I'm already doing it.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Hey, so how do you social media is a place where if there's like a bad review that gets out there about a business, maybe there's like some ill intentions. Maybe it's legit. They had a bad experience, or it's like not really as bad as they thought and they're out of proportion and got emotional.
Yeah.
Whenever there's 17,000 people, there's bound to be some sticky situations that pop up. How do you manage that and oversee it and just decide to pull the plug on something that's gone too far?
Most people catch on pretty quickly. The only thing I ask with the negative reviews is to give specific details. Somebody might like super crunchy bread and somebody might not, or, so you can't say, I didn't like this restaurant, for no reason, because one reason might be another reason the person might like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like the example of Killen's barbecue. Their sausage is like loose casing, like loose and crumbly. I don't particularly care for that kind of sausage. I like the firm packed sausage, and someone else might. So if I just said sausage was gross, I mean, it's just not fair. And people I really don't think they understand how influential their post can be.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of people that are wanting to try new restaurants, but they sit and watch the group before they try it to see if anybody else tries it or talks about it. So they're waiting sometimes for these reviews. And if they see a negative one, then they're not going to try it, at least not for a long time. That really is the case a lot. So it's just important to just be careful If service is bad, service is bad. Definitely write that because management wants to know. Restaurants want to know that. Just like I want to know with these cards. Like, tell me if something's wrong. How else can we improve without that? But you can definitely tell the people who were planning what to write on their drive home from the restaurant. As soon as they got home, they were going to put it on in the group. You can tell those kinds of emotional upset.
Yeah, there should almost be like a couple questions before you leave a bad review. Are you emotional right now? Like,
yeah. And
are you mad?
It is very frustrating to spend your money on a meal that you are excited about and you're disappointed. I've been there. I mean, it's you're just like, I can't believe I just wasted $70 on. That was horrible.
Sometimes I get mad if my wife's food looks better than mine. Is that normal?
Well,
or like I'm like, can I taste this? And I'm like, oh.
That happens with me and my husband all the time. He always gets something he doesn't like it, and mine's way better.
The other thing, without fail, so there was like a meme war between Popeyes and Chick-fil-A. Twitter went off, right? It was actually pretty entertaining, at least for me.
I laughed at a few.
Yeah, for you probably got annoying because so many were posted.
Yeah.
But without fail, anytime that me and my wife go to Chick-fil-A and we order a sandwich, like hers is going to look better. It's going to be bigger. And it's not just in my head because I've asked my wife, I'm like, why? Like, I've even gone to the point where I'm like grabbing like, this one's my, I put it back in the bag. I'm like, here you go. And then it's still like without fail, like she has like the bigger piece of chicken. She's like, I can't finish this. I'm like, I'll eat it. I'll eat it.
You're just waiting. Are you done? You done?
Yeah. Hey, how did you feel about that? The Popeye spicy chicken sandwich and the Chick-fil-A like controversy and fun drama that went on. Did you even try one?
I've tried both, of course.
Okay.
All the time. I tried Chick-fil-A or the Popeye sandwich months ago when my oldest daughter told me to try it. So she said,
was it good?
Really good? It's good. It's good.
Was it that good though?
So my son, who's 8, no, he's 9, no, he's 8. He tried the Popeye sandwich, and I asked him which one he liked better, and he likes Chick-fil-A better. I don't know why. I think because the Popeyes is a heartier, it's more food. I can eat the Chick-fil-A sandwich, no fries, and just be like, ugh, I'm so hungry. But Popeyes, you're full. I mean, that's a big sandwich. At least it was a few months ago. I haven't had it recently. I'm not going to wait in line just to be disappointed.
I think it's gone.
Out or something.
I was like, the Popeyes on 96, I was driving by like close to it, and the marketing they had was funny. So, on the windows, they'll put the stickers or the vinyl or whatever it is. It had that on there, but an empty wrapper, and it said, "Be right back." That was the marketing on there, which I thought was pretty funny. So I'm guessing they ran out.
I know somebody said something about, and this is another thing that's not allowed in the group, a rant about how a restaurant can run out of food. Yes, it's food related, but it's only going to just have a bunch of negative, but it happens. And so I heard somebody was upset. Like, how do you run out of chicken if you're a chicken restaurant? And so I don't know.
It went viral. It's the Joe Perez effect, like Texas Chronicles, the Bay Area Houston Food Lovers event. You get a good review or someone has a good experience, it can have that cause and effect on it.
Yeah, and then all the people who've had the sandwiches for years are like, I've been eating this sandwich. They're all mad because.
But it kind of gives you that. I've had that sandwich.
Yeah,
like I knew about this before everybody else was.
Yeah, they're all
was on it. Come on.
Yeller, late to the party.
Come on, welcome. Welcome, man. But memes are a thing that were, in the food group. It was voted on. I voted for pro memes, by the way, because this was about a year ago, or maybe about a year ago.
Yeah, I hate them.
Yeah, you didn't like them. I remember that.
And I know. I mean, maybe because because I have to monitor the group so much, I see them
the same
more
ones.
than someone who's just popping in for 30 minutes, and I see the same ones over and over, and then I see some that just aren't even funny at all. But that's just me. My husband thinks they're hilarious. I'll ask him, hey, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just looking at funny memes. I'm like, you do that on purpose? Like, he intentionally looks at funny memes. And so I think I'm going to have to limit them to two a day, because some people, that's all they contribute is
just memes.
And ones I've seen a million times. And not because I'm a big old fuddy duddy, it's because I want like good stuff flowing through the group, like local food and home cooked meals, and all these shares and stuff that's I want it to be a good good source of of stuff.
Will there be an exception if it is content that you created, as far as like a picture you took that happened to go viral?
I am the exception to every single rule.
People need to understand that. That's
I
the
don't
way it
understand why. Like, I have the beauty group, and I shared an event, and I told somebody or something, and some lady says, "Oh, well, you do it all the time." Well, they're my group. I mean, that's it's anyway.
Yeah. So
so I can share a meme, but I don't. And in all honesty, I do try to keep on topic with most. I do try to follow my own rules. I really do. Besides, of course, I can advertise, but other than that,
My wife commented and said, I agree. I don't like repeat posts. But I was kind of talking about that picture. So 2 years ago, through Hurricane Harvey, and you always need to remember that there's a lot of people that still aren't fully recovered from that. So I always, keep that in mind. Anytime I like to bring it up, if you have an opportunity to help someone or there's something you can do it or spread some awareness on it. But a couple years ago, and Facebook Memories just reminded all of us, and you shared a video like, hey, I'm in line at HEB, and then a little bit later you took a picture of like the vegan section, and it kind of went nuts, and it's still going around.
It is. I wanted to take pictures for the food group to show everybody, and the show, I was just like, my jaw was dropping just looking at everything. There was just nothing and nothing and nothing, and then I turned the corner and I see the fully stocked. And I laughed and I said, "Oh my God, I have to get a picture of this." I said that out loud, and I stepped back and took a picture and just was like, wow, people are so scared of that food. And I've tried it before and eaten it, and I would eat it again. Not all of it, but
if it's the only thing on the shelf.
I hate the fake meats. Those are just,
Have you seen the Beyond Meat?
I haven't tried that Beyond Meat. I think I've tried the crumbles that are in the frozen section, but I've tried Sweet Earth and the little patties, burgers. The consistency's just smushy, so I just can't do the sausages and stuff. I can't. The soy riso is awesome, though.
Okay, I haven't tried that. So riso.
Yeah.
If you're watching on Facebook and if you've heard of Beyond Meat, let me know. Or better yet, if you've tried it, let me know. Because I saw I think Burger King came out with a burger with it.
Yeah.
Taco Cabana has tacos with it. I went to Freebirds the other day, and that's an option as well. And then I was like, I started seeing sponsored posts. So I researched it. It looks awesome.
Yeah. So people who eat meat don't understand why people who don't eat meat want products that mimic meat.
Right.
And the reason is because there are several reasons a person stops eating meat. Maybe their doctor told them you need to cut back. Okay, so doctor says you need to cut back on burgers and bacon. Well, they still want to try. They still want something similar to that. So they try to compensate with like a tempeh bacon maybe, or a veggie burger. It doesn't mean they don't like meat or don't want meat. There are different reasons. And some people are meat eaters, and then for whatever reason, they go vegetarian for the animals, right? Well, it doesn't mean that they don't miss a good burger. So they try to... because I read a comment the other day, and this lady says, if you're vegetarian, you just shouldn't eat meat, imitation meat, period, at all. Like, so they just don't understand. Yeah, a vegetarian, if you talk to a vegetarian or a vegan who was once, an omnivore who likes it all, they will say one of the main food that they miss is bacon, so they still like bacon.
Yeah.
But just for whatever reason, health or morals or whatever they're going through, whatever it is, they want something that's real similar. So
yeah, here's a comment from Lauren. She said, I love Beyond Meat. The Impossible Whopper is legit. Beyond Burgers are my favorite. Meat and I don't get along, but I love it anyway. So Beyond Meat is the closest that I can get.
Yeah. I worked with a lady at NASA who was allergic to meat. So she couldn't eat meat. There's another example. So... like, who cares why people eat it? Like,
yeah,
just leave them. Like, eat your meat and let them try these other things. It annoys meat eaters so much to see vegetarians eating meat. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get why.
I have a friend. She said her daughter's vegetarian and that she tried it, but that it's so much like meat that she's just like, no, it's not for me. And I'm not sure what her reasons are, but maybe it's more the animals and, her beliefs and stuff. And that's fine, too. So if she doesn't want to eat it, she don't have to eat it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And there are some that just they don't want anything that tastes like meat. Period. They just want there's so much variety for everybody that to spend time wasting wondering why somebody eats what they do is just
yeah,
to me it's just a waste of time.
yeah. But I like seeing the pictures if it does look good, though.
I like seeing all the pictures, whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
unless it's super gross, like a jelly wiener mold cake.
I've seen that one.
Yeah,
I have seen that one.
that
yeah.
one's pretty gross. Yeah,
But
And
there are
then-
some people in the food group, and I know some of them that will post stuff like that on purpose to try and get a rise. And
I know.
it's interesting content, but
It is, and a little bit here and there is okay.
like every time, like
But
every
if you've seen it a lot, and there's another one. Somebody, what is it? The SpaghettiOs tacos.
oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen the SpaghettiOs where they
Yes,
like
they're
melt
pretty-
it, or no, they
It's
like.
just like a tortilla with SpaghettiOs inside or
Oh
something.
no, I haven't seen that one. I need to
I don't
look
know,
at it.
something like that, like a SpaghettiOs taco. So I don't know.
Cool. So do you have any other events? Has all your focus kind of been on the cards, and then with the holiday event coming up, is there anything else planned? Because I know you were doing for a while, like at the beginning of the year, there was like a monthly, even some bi-monthly, different places
I
and gatherings.
was, and the reason I kind of put a hold on that was because the kids are we're out of
Summer.
school, even though they're mostly in the evenings anyway. I would like to maybe get in to do something like that. I just haven't thought about that right now. So right now it's just the cards. Somebody suggested, so everybody wants to know if I'm going to do the cards in 2020, and I'm planning on it.
Say if y'all act right.
If everything
Y'all act
goes
right.
well, if everything goes well,
Yeah.
which so far it has. I've heard there was a member who purchased food with his card, and then turned around and gave it to his buddy to stuff like that is. I mean, I guess people are going to try to do that, but I don't like that kind of stuff. Or saying, hey, or asking for more free stuff. I don't want to be that kind of
Right.
group.
Mm-hmm.
Just appreciate the discount and tip well, and so far it's been going well for the restaurants too. They haven't had any hiccups with anything. So somebody suggested I release the 2020 cards in December so people can buy them for stocking stuffers. So I'm curious if anybody in the group thinks that's a good idea. So I just don't know.
I think it's a great idea.
Stocking stuffer type things. So and any other ideas, please let me know. I like ideas, but I don't like ideas that create more work for me. Does that make sense?
It does, yes.
So somebody goes, hey,
Ideas with
on
solutions.
your list, can you put a dog emoji next to all the dog-friendly places? And I'm like, no. Not right now. I mean, maybe later. I think that would be a cool thing to do, but I'm so busy with stuff. It's just I get
Yeah.
a lot of requests to make my job a little bit more difficult. And a lady last night has offered to help me. So, Lori, I know she's watching.
Okay, there's like 5 people instantly were like stocking stuffers. That's awesome, and I'm the 6th, so I agree, and I'm sure more people are going to be weighing in as well. But I think that's an awesome idea.
Yeah. And then also for those of you who want Galveston restaurants or other restaurants, just, let them know. Let them know about the group. Tell
Yeah.
them. So if they're constantly hearing about this card, my criteria to be on the card is locally owned, good food, and not just and it's kind of tricky because some franchises are really locally owned. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I mean, these own they buy this, so I'll discuss it with anybody, and see.
Yeah, so if they meet the criteria, it doesn't hurt. Message them on Facebook. Message that
Right.
restaurant if they're good, they meet that criteria, and you think they are, a perfect fit. Message them on Facebook. Give them a call when you stop in. Be like, hey, have you heard about this?
Right.
It's a great opportunity to meet, 17,000 people plus because the group is growing.
It's
at an
growing,
awesome rate.
and the cool thing I'm finding out is a lot of people are trying new restaurants because of the card. So.
And sometimes you need that little push, like, hey, man, I want to try this place, but I don't even know where to go. And now there's a list where you get, a benefit of going.
Right.
And it pays for itself
Right.
probably in the first trip.
Right. So it's just a win-win for everybody. Like the restaurants are getting new business, and the community is getting out and eating more. I hope they're getting out there. It's just like a good excuse to eat if you save a little bit of money. So,
Mhm.
so far so good. So.
Yeah. It's my wife. She's about that life. Whenever it comes to like shopping, like I had to because I saved 12% or whatever
the
it is.
Macy's 30% off purse sales, which I really need to get to, but
They get you.
Yeah, I mean it's because it really is more. I mean, it's you get used to the savings.
Yeah.
So I almost have to do the cards again because when they all expire,
It'll be a
I'm
riot.
gonna have everyone at my house. Like I can't pay full price anymore. What do warp their sense of So
That's funny.
But yeah, so the holiday market is going to be November the 10th.
And you did one last year, right?
Yes.
How did that one go? What did it look like?
So it went very well. Everyone had a good time, and I asked for feedback. So the two things that I heard the most were they wanted to be more Christmas oriented, and they wanted more food. So this year, I'm having all of the vendors bring gift wrapped stuff and Christmas product and decorate their booths. And instead of the DJ playing light rock, I'm going to have him play some Christmas music.
That's awesome.
So it's going to be more Christmas themed, and I'm going to get more restaurants to come by. If it's not restaurants, it'll be something you can put in your mouth.
Yeah.
Edibles of some sort, like, no, don't go there. But
The chocolate.
yeah.
But maybe not a
Something.
restaurant.
Baked goods, salsas, or jellies, or
Ooh.
just little samples and some more food stuff.
That's dangerous. What time is it going to be? What time was it last year?
Well, I think last year it was 12 to 5.
Okay,
This year
good.
it's going to be 1 to 5.
Okay, that's good too.
Because the vendors, I have access to the building at 10, and 2 hours for some wasn't enough time to set up. It's going to be in the same place on top of Sam's boat
Mm-hmm.
at the Admiral, at the Endeavor. It's beautiful. It overlooks the lake. Elevator. There was no parking. The whole parking lot was filled last year. It's going to be a $5 cash ticket to get in to the market. 100% of ticket sales is going to go to communities and schools to help throughout the year, like I do. But this will be hopefully a nice, good chunk for them to.
That's
help
awesome.
the kiddos out.
Why that organization?
I don't remember how we got in touch, but I know it was over at Christmas, and I think it was a couple of years ago. There are a lot of children in the schools around here that, you kind of think, oh, well, we're kind of, upper class, Clear Lake City.
Mm-hmm.
But so many kids need a lot of things like snacks and food. And I don't remember how we got in touch, but every Christmas and then summer, I like to give gift cards, raise money for gift cards to give to the communities and schools to pass out to the families who need money for groceries and things. I mean, they really do need that. And I can't be over here eating, and then these little kids don't have, so it's just I want to feed everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
and I know I also work with Bayshore Grill. Frances, does great work with the San Leon Elementary and Bay Cliff and the schools out there who are often in need. So it'll go to all of that
That's
whole
awesome.
program. So.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that organization and the stuff they do. And it's easy to get, you get removed from it where, hey, I don't have to worry where my next meal is coming from.
Right.
I'm going to cook with my family or go out or have my lunch here. But there
Right.
are some people out there that's a concern. Like, hey, I'm not going to eat. So maybe my kids can eat, or it's summer.
Right.
I don't have any food to feed my kids because they eat at school. So
Right.
in a food group, I love that, at the end of the day, still giving back and just, hey, we can do something as a group.
Right.
Buy a ticket, come in, it goes towards a great cause.
Right. It's $5, and a lot of them even need new toothbrushes and deodorant, and a lot of the girls in junior high need, things that are expensive for, it's so. I would want to do all I can for that, for communities and schools.
Okay. So the vendor spots for that event, for the holiday market, there still are some available.
Yeah. So they're going to be 6-foot spots. And then I think I only have room this time for about 5 10x10s.
Okay.
which are the
Last year,
bigger
I remember it sold out. Whenever you opened it up, it was like, hey, we're done.
Yeah, it did because I kind of had some Scentsy, and I had some, I don't know what you call them, direct sales or whatever. I really want to focus on food and homemade crafts. People who actually with their hands are doing their own woodworking designs or cutting boards or jewelry, or I want really unique vendors. So I have a huge list of emails I need to go through. I just haven't had the time to go through them, and I ask for copies of or photos of a display that they've done in the past, and I want to know what their product is, and then I'll make decisions and send emails out to those.
That's cool.
People.
That kind of stuff is awesome around, the holiday time, obviously for the gifts, and then with the different vibe this year with the holiday themed more.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Is there going to be snow?
Last year it was a beautiful day. I want to say it was like 75 degrees. I'm telling you, it was not winter at all. And it's indoors, which is a good thing because I've tried to have some events outdoors. Yeah, when I tried to do the little farmer's market there, weather, you just can't predict
happening.
Weather. So this is all indoors. It's rain or shine, so it's going to happen.
Cool.
So.
Is there any room for food trucks there at all?
There is not, because Sam's boat is below, and I don't want to step on anyone's toes, and it might just, there will be, I don't know, last year the Humanite, is that how you pronounce her boutique, the truck boutique, Andy?
Humanity.
Okay. What is Humanite?
It's the same way. That's what I thought it was.
Humanity, okay.
And I talked to her, and she was like...
Okay, cool. Good to know that, because I've been pronouncing it wrong. Hopefully she'll be there with her truck again. And so
cool.
So we'll see.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else that we need to touch on that we maybe have missed?
I don't know. Ask the group.
Is there anything we need to touch on that maybe we've missed? Right now it's 10:51. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. There's some stuff that KHEA is teaming up with United Way and Jennifer Fuller, Texas Chronicles, I-45 Now. We're going to be doing the Talk of Taco Cook-Off. If you go to talkoftaco.com, you'll be able to learn more. It's going to benefit the United Way. There's 29 partnering agencies in our area that they directly contribute. Some of it is money. In other ways, they contribute volunteers, but they help these organizations. A lot of them wouldn't be able to exist without the United Way support. So that's what we're going to be doing here in Lamarck at KHEA Radio, and we are so excited to have your cook-off team. If you don't even have a cook-off team, if you just like to eat tacos, maybe you cook at home, we're going to have power. We're going to have generators out here. All you got to do is bring maybe like a tent and like a little stove or something electric where you can just plug it in. We're going to have you good to go. There's going to be bounce houses, family-friendly, games, knocker ball. There's going to be tacos. If you want to sell some tacos, you can enter and then sell as well. There's just a different fee and a different way you sign up. But if you go to talkoftaco.com, it's going to link you to an Eventbrite link that is controlled by the United Way. That's where those funds are going. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me directly through Facebook or 346-704-1806. Give me a call. Give me a text. Reach out to Jennifer. She'll give you my phone number, and I'll answer the questions the best that I can, or I'll find somebody who knows the answer.
So if I want a taco team, I reach out to you. Hey, you're like, okay, Jen, bring your crew. Let's do tacos.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to bring a 10 by 10 tent.
Yeah, you can bring
And what about tables?
Yeah, you'll probably bring a table.
So you bring your whole setup.
Bring the setup, but we'll have like generators out here. So if you need power.
So you provide power. We bring everything else, our food, whatever. And is there a particular amount, a specific amount of food we have to have food?
Yes. So there's 4 categories. There's beef, chicken, seafood, and chef's choice open. You get to pick. Maybe you want to redo, like, hey, I do good beef, but I also want to do like beef, fajitas in a different way or something, or a combo of.
So you can participate in as many categories as you want.
Yeah.
Do you have to provide samples for the people there?
You do not have to provide samples. If you have people that kind of like are in your tent, you can cook as much as you want to, and then just kind of feed them. Okay. But if you do want to sell tacos, then there's just like make sure you have the proper permitting.
Okay. And
there's an extra fee. So like if a taco truck, hey, they want to enter, they have their permitting already, and then there's just a different fee that you can sign up on talkoftaco.com.
So the people attending though won't get to try the team's tacos?
They will maybe,
if the team makes enough.
Right.
But you're not putting that
requirement.
A requirement on there. Okay.
But our hope is there's a ton of teams. We have a ton of tacos. There'll be tacos sold. Taco vendors.
I would say plan to cook some tacos.
Exactly. People are going to want to taste it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're the
so
winner.
I would say compete. I mean, compete and plan to make enough for maybe even just 100.
Yeah. There's
And-
cash prizes.
And you could cut them in half and put them. I mean, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They can make because that's the whole fun and
sample.
is kind of trying all the teams and
We have taco trophies.
you're not doing people's choice, obviously. Then
No, we're not.
yeah, that can be confusing sometimes and just counting marbles. Just
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good to know. And then no, all you need to do is just want to do it, and you can do it.
Yeah. You sign
Cool.
up. talkoftaco.com. You want to do it? Go check it out. There's some requirements on there.
Okay.
It's family friendly. It's going to be easy. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be a great time going towards a great cause.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot
And
of
how
fun.
many people do you have signed up yet?
We have about 12, but I
Okay.
want us to get at least like 50.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe even more because we have all the room available here. If we had like
Right.
100 teams, I want us to get into an issue where it's like we need to find somewhere else. Like what's
and what
going
are the
on?
prizes?
So we have there's cash
Okay.
and then there's trophies. So it's each category is going to go first, second, third, and there's going to be an overall. So I think it's 13 trophies that are going to be handed out
Okay.
for each category, and then there's the cash that's kind of split up between. So if you win the overall, you get this much money.
Okay.
I can't remember all that off the top of my head, but we got
Okay.
another meeting with United Way. All that stuff is written down, but it's just not right here in front of me.
Cool.
And we'll be releasing that. Next week, I think we may release a lot of those details
Okay.
as well,
Okay.
and then shoot some videos promoting it. So it'll be fun.
Yeah. Let me know how I can help.
I will. Thank you for hanging out today, Jennifer. You're
Thanks
awesome.
for having me.
You're going to be here tomorrow?
Sure.
This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. Feel free to share this video out again, and you can go back and ask questions. And I'm sure, little Bella Mia, they'll go back and answer as well. And Jennifer, if she has an opportunity as well, she'll be able to go back and get those answered. Y'all have a good day.
Bye.
Bye, Facebook. Y'all be good. Be blessed.